And on this Wednesday, January 28th, 2026 edition of Newsmakers, Marybridge Children's Hospital in Tacoma says it's closing its gender clinic due to growing pressure from the federal government to ban all so-called gender-affirming care for minors. Hospital officials say the federal government is threatening to halt all Medicaid and Medicare payments to the entire multi-care health system if it continues to offer the services. Multi-Care owns Marybridge. Nebraska lawmakers are set to hear public testimony today on two bills dealing with gender-related policies. Details from Sarah Walters.
Legislative Bill 730 requires schools and state agencies to base restrooms and locker rooms on biological sex and define people as male or female under state law. LB 731 expands the time to file malpractice claims tied to gender-altering care and requires insurance to cover related complications. Lawmakers will hear from supporters, opponents, and experts on how these bills could affect schools, health care, and legal rights. I'm Sarah Walters.
South Carolina Republican Senator Lindsey Graham is blaming Democrats for blocking a bill designed to help pregnant college students. Graham co-sponsored the Pregnant Students' Rights Act that was voted on yesterday. The bill requires colleges and universities receiving federal funds to inform their campuses of the rights and resources available to pregnant students. Graham says the bill aligns with his pro-life agenda, and he's not surprised Democrats blocked the bill. He says when presented with the opportunity to stand with women and children, Senate Democrats instead chose to cave to the radical pro-abortion lobby. Critics say the bill favors students who plan to carry a baby to term, and it ignores those who don't. South Dakota's Attorney General is headed to New York over the court battle with Mayday Health. Marty Jackley will argue tomorrow that a dispute over the health company's abortion pill advertising in South Dakota should be decided in a South Dakota state court, not in a New York federal court. Mayday Health sought a temporary restraining order in New York after Jackley ordered the group to stop the advertising. A nationwide coalition of conservative organizations have launched a campaign to overturn the U.S. Supreme Court's Obergefell ruling, which legalized same-sex marriage nationwide. Jonathan Covey is with the group Texas Values, which is part of the push. He called the landmark 2015 ruling an illegitimate power grab because it took authority away from states and departed from the court's own historical test.
The court would typically ask whether a claimed right was deeply rooted in the nation's history and tradition.
In addition to court challenges, the 47-member coalition is working to mobilize Christian churches to take up the cause. And the Church of England is being led by a woman for the first time in its history. At a ceremony today, Sarah Mullally was officially installed as the new Archbishop of Canterbury. It's traditionally seen as the spiritual leader of the worldwide Anglican Communion, which includes the Episcopal Church in the U.S. And that's Newsmakers for this Wednesday, January 28th, 2026 edition. I'm Keith Black.